Hello, everybody. Good day to you all. Jacques and Andreas here again from the Print is Back podcast. And today we're diving into a story where creativity, technology, but also human connection comes together in a truly unique way. And our guest here today is Jeroen Dreubels. He's the director of Jubels Smart Printing in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And they are the driving force behind Photoflyer and Instant Celebration, a concept that has grown from a clever idea into a global marketing phenomenon with activations in more than 70 countries, I believe, 20 million photos plus taken of smiling faces and other photos as well, I suppose. Behind this all stands Jubels. It's a 120-year-old family printing company that has evolved and is still evolving into this cutting-edge production powerhouse, delivering world-class print quality from Amsterdam to clients around the globe. And Jeroen joins me and Andreas today here to talk about this innovation, the craftsmanship that still is on board, and the power of tangible memories in a digital age. So welcome, gentlemen, and let's get started.
Hello.
Hello, Andreas.
Good to see you, Jeroen.
So,
Good morning. Thank you very much, Andreas and Jacques. It's nice to be here and really love to talk about all the things Jacques just said. So
I hope they are accurate.
Well, it's a little bit more, I guess.
Okay, yeah, well. But remember, we have 20 minutes to get into the different topics. But it's exciting. As you know, we from the Printers Back podcast, we always try to talk to people who have been in the business for a long time, like yourselves and like Jubels. And yeah, to talk a little bit about that transition that everybody has gone through or is going through in order to stay relevant in the market. So in a nutshell, how did you do that? Because you're a 120-year-old company. So how did you manage to still be here today?
Well, that's not luck. It's smart printing, as they call it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've been always on the forefront of changing our business. We started the company many years ago, printing birthday announcement, wedding cards, and that kind of stuff in Amsterdam in old letterpress. We changed that a very long time ago into offset. But I think we were one of the first users of Xerox equipment in the late 70s, printing. Well, it was just copying paper in black and white, and we changed that all over the years into color. And not only that, the digitalization of that using modern software solutions like XMPie for personalization. And not only personalization in print, but also on web or video or imaging and that kind of stuff. That's what we've been always doing over the last, more than 120 years. I've been around in Jubels for more than 44 years. At the end of the years, I'm going to retire, but like Andreas, I'm probably not going to retire. But because I still love talking to customers, talking about our industry, because like you said, print is back. Print is very, very alive. And I think there's still a bright future for what we are printing right now. And it's not only the photo flyers or the things we do for Instant Celebration, but also the labeling, production of photo books, which is still a very nice things to do. Advise customers, advise photographers how to use the best paper qualities or not standard paper qualities, binding solutions and so on. So that makes it really nice to work with customers, which I still love. Like I said, I'm now in Spain, but I can do my work from here. That's one of the best things which happened to after Corona. Customers don't mind if I'm here in Spain or in Amsterdam. I can advise them through the videos and so on. So that's really, really nice.
That means, when I got it right, so print is still the center of your business. And you added a lot of things which are good for connectivity, let's say it like that. So you added also personalized websites linked to print or print linked to the digital world. So you build up processes and knowledge and know how to really integrate print into the digital world, not the other way around. Because normally I know that people jump from one to the other. And what you do is you combine it. Is that the secret of success? To have a more holistic approach for making good communication happening?
Well, the base of the company is still printing, but it changed over the years. And nowadays, I should say that 65% is still print, and the other things is now fulfillment, warehousing, digital services like using our software solution XMPie to build campaigns and that kind of stuff. So that's really changing the business. Print itself is still a very large part of it, of course, because, well, like we said, more than 120 years of experience in the printing industry. Why should you change that?
Well, you said right at the beginning that you said, look, we are a printing company, but we do smart printing. Is that basically the changeover from, let's say, the old days to the today? Because I mean, all the tools, there's so many tools, and there are many printers and print shops, but there still is a big difference. There are the winners and there are the, let's say, the ones that won't make it. What changed in your organization to be a winner?
We give our customers more advice. And it's not only when we're telling them not to print and use a digital solution. Well, that happens, of course. We're trying to be honest in everything we do. We try to achieve the best possible quality, of course, but that's something every printer does, I guess. But our expertise in what we do is very high, and our customers do really like the how you call that, the relational basis which we try to achieve with our customers. So it's not an online printing company where you just enter a button and say, I want 100 copies printed, etc., etc. But we always try to ask our customers, hey, what are you going to do with it? Is there something else I can do with it? Do we need to make it personalized? What are you going to do with it, etc., etc. So it does make a difference in how you do your business. You can make money with an online printing company, of course, but I think that's not the way we want to go.
So yeah, because for example, with your different solutions, online print solutions, for example, the Instant Celebration, that is also well, B2B, but probably also B2C. So is there a changeover that you see, because that relationship you build with your customers, that will probably be more B2B, because yeah, they want some more, they know you, and they have like standard campaigns and stuff. If you address the customer straight away, like the individual B2C platform, of course there is less interaction with that customer. Do you see that this is taking more of your business, or do you think it's more difficult to, let's say, take this individual customer on as a prospect or as a customer in your online platforms? What is the most difficult in your opinion? B2B or B2C?
B2C is more difficult, because you need to address every customer, every consumer in probably the same way, and that's something you can't do in a business to business situation. Then you talk to the end user, which is far nice to do, but on the other hand, it does make sense. Let's talk about Instant Celebration. Instant Celebration does the B2C market for Photoflyer. Photoflyer is more corporate, larger companies who uses the photo flyers in their marketing. And for Instant Celebration, we do the smaller things like wedding parties, birthday announcement, and that kind of stuff. And it's very interesting, but you need to do so much more marketing. You need to spend so much money into marketing to address the same audience. So it's for a company which is small, we're 25 people or so. It's still a lot of work to do, but we still manage it, and we see a big growth in both Photoflyer and in Instant Celebration. So that's really a big fun, so to speak.
Because if I'm right, you deploy these two platforms, B2B, B2C, globally, yeah? And I think you produce everything at the moment in Amsterdam, and then you ship it out?
No. We now print for this customer in Japan. We print in Australia. We print in Singapore, and we have 2 hubs in the US right now. So it's not 25 people. It's a little bit more, but globally. And we work together with print partners all over the world, which I know out of the Xerox community over the last years, the Premier Partner community, which still exists, and I got many friends all over the world. That's really nice to give something back to them, and to be how you call that, a trustworthy relationship. So I can send something to the US or to Japan, and I get a response back in a minute or so, based on time zones, of course. But that really is very helpful to roll this out globally. Yeah.
Well, that is very interesting. You touch on a point. Of course, the premium partner, let's say, organization has been around at Xerox for a long time, but and other brands have their own internal networks. But is this something that is a key factor also, you think, in the new way of doing business? Because locally, I hear a lot of other colleagues and print shops talking about, yes, but if I give away some work, whatever work it might be, I'm afraid of that. Is that something that has really broadened your horizon for your business as well, like to rely on the premier partner, in this case on the Xerox network?
Yeah. I know printers, and to put it more precise, the old offset printers are really, okay, I'll say it, jealous people. And what I see in the digital world, we're more, and I can't print everything. So I need to have partners. And I always like to be, to do that in English or in which country. So my horizon is more bright. And what I see is that when I give something to another printer, they give it back to me in the same way if they need a printer in Amsterdam. So it's a two-way situation, and I think we need to have more partners all over the world to make not only Jubels better, but also the other printers, and to have print work done locally or fairly local, so to speak. It doesn't make sense to skip transportation. So why not do that? And if we're using the same software solution, we're using the same machines or quite the same machines, and I can rely and I can depend on those partners, why not?
I instantly come on to that next question, because do you think, and that's my observation here, they already existed for a long time, all those networks from the big brands of the manufacturers, but that's my assessment here, that over the years, let's say that people have, or shop owners have opened up more to the idea because of the digitalization and the solutions that are becoming more and more digital, even if in a hybrid environment, that they are now more or less ready to open up to their equipments and their organizations to that broader world. As you just mentioned, the market isn't local anymore. It's opened up to a continent or even worldwide. And I think in that case, you basically need to be on board in some sort of organization that you can trust and that like interacts, like you just said. So that might be a cure to, let's say, the problem or the challenge of getting orders in, quality orders, that where you can make money on, that you know what you were getting. So is that a right assessment that gives you more possibilities for the future, that connection in those dedicated networks?
If you put something in it, if you put effort in something, you get something back, and that's what we've always been have been doing. So if you're an open, if you have an open mind, then I think that works in the best way. And I've always loved to go to symposia, webinars, personal connection. That's what it's all about. That's correct. Yeah.
And then, of course, you are blessed with that Dutch directness. So that's why you probably speak to people a lot.
Yeah, but you're from Belgium. You do the same. And I know Andreas from Germany does the same in the same way. So we're
But I
all
think
people.
you made a good point there, Andreas. I think you agree that if you want to be back in business or more in business, and to go with the print is back slogan, I mean, you have to open up to more than just your local environments. You have to be on the wider, maybe global networks, just to do that smart connection and get that personal contact. I think that's a very good point that you make, Jeroen. What do you think, Andreas?
Yeah, I think I really admire what Jeroen and his team what they can do, because normally, also when I think about users group related to print machine suppliers, when they meet, they talk about let's say technologies. They exchange knowledge, but they don't collaborate in that sense. And that's very important to make things happen, because when I got it right, Jeroen's perspective or focus is not on print production anymore, it's on print communication. And that's a different
Correct.
world. And therefore, I think you had to learn a lot, because when you started Instant Celebration as a startup, there was a completely different go-to-market. When I got it right, so 10 years ago, you started on Instagram to promote that business. And that is so different from the normal attitude of a print shop, right?
Instagram, yeah. It does bring some work, but it does not what it should do. Social media by itself, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I've made some movies on TikTok as well, where I jump into a wastebasket at my age. That's a little bit funny, but you can check Jubels Amsterdam at TikTok, which is very nice. I got more than 10,000 views, so that's really, really good. But did it bring any work? No, it did not. It's nice to do, but you still need to pay Mr. Google to get more attention to your website.
Right.
This is really what it is for B2C. And nowadays with ChatGPT and my guys are using chat or whatever it is, AI, to program things in XMPy, to automate things, which is very, very handy. That's what we're doing. We're doing it in a different way, and we need to make money to pay those guys. But when you have the possibility to use those tools in these days, please go ahead. And the output of it will be print or print related, which is still nice, but sometimes it's not print. Fine with me, and we're changing our business model every day if needed, but print itself will be the base.
Yeah, but to handle
I find that again.
2 areas, to handle B2B and B2C, I think it's quite interesting, because you can make your learnings. And what you told about how to start this instant celebration business, and to learn that it's not working. In the meantime, we know TikTok, the most traffic on TikTok is created by bots. So bots don't order something. They cause views and so on. But the learning is interesting. And I think both areas could benefit from each other. Is that right? So B2B and B2C.
Correct. Sometimes you see something on Instagram, and then you check out the website, or you Google it, or you use ChatGPT to connect. That's what's happening right now. But still, my biggest way to communicate with the customers of Jubels is still our website. And if your website is well documented, well searchable for Google, not only Google, but also for chat, then it still makes a lot of, how you call that, traffic to the website. And that's the interesting part. My website is built in Dutch, the Dutch language, but it's automatically translated into every
Right.
language of the world, which it makes it more interesting for international customers. And I got many questions from people all over the pond, from the UK, etc., when they need something to be printed in Amsterdam, which is with a very small company like ours, 25 people. It's not a lot, but it still makes a lot of traffic to the website, and where people can order their stuff, which is good.
Yeah. So your message is basically also be visible on all the different platforms that exist, channels.
Yeah.
And then of course you have to deliver, like you said, right at the start. Well, people, they expect quality. I mean, quality is no KPI anymore, I think.
No.
But it's the service and the personal connections. I got one last question from my side, Jeroen. So yeah, we live in a world dominated by the smartphones and social media and so forth. Why do you think that people still value a physical, personalized product like a photo frame or some other personalized item that is printed? What do you think?
It's printed for you, and it's not only printed for you, but what's on it is for you. It's especially made for you. It's very how you call that?
Unique or
Not a unique, but it combines things. When we have you in a database and you like a blue color and you like car brand, which is, let's say, an Audi, especially for Andreas, because he's German.
Yeah, really customized.
It's customized, and it's especially made for you. And the good thing of it, when it's printed, you can lay it aside. You can put it in your or on your desk. If it's on your desk, somebody else can read it. But if you have an email, which you can, then you have a cross on your screen, and it says trash bin. Then it's gone forever. Nobody reads an email anymore. It's just the headlines to say, okay, yeah, well, people are sending me emails in CC. I'm not reading them anymore. It's too much. But if I get a very nice brochure on my desk, then I'm reading it and I'm opening it and I'm putting it aside and say, well, I can read it in an hour. I can read it in 2 hours. Somebody else can read it. I think that makes more sense. And what I see now is that my customers who printed catalogs many years ago and turned into digital solutions are now going back. They're coming back to print because they also see that their business is changing and they need to do something more to attract their customers. So that's print is back. Print is still alive, and it will be for many decades to come.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Electronic information is getting a bit lost in the digital noise that's all around. Like you say, people aren't even reading emails anymore sometimes, whilst a printed product is tangible. And like you said, yeah, it gives you some sort of an emotion or a sense of value. Yeah,
it's emotional. That's really what it is.
The younger generations, I mean, they are discovering this tangibility of printed products because they all grew up in that digital environment. So and it's probably the opposite of what we are experiencing now. So
well, that's the same with using Spotify and people still buying vinyl records.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good.
Yeah, today more than in the past. Yeah,
correct.
So
correct.
It's increasing. But I think when I got it right, you are also organizing creative workshops. Sometimes I see some photos coming up on your website or on Instagram, documenting those workshops, and you address designers and you value the creative power of print. And then I see always a lot of younger people, right?
We need younger people. And yes, we do like what we call lunch and learn sessions, meaning we get some guys from a high school or a university, a design university or something like that, a photography academy. We ask them to come over to Amsterdam, and I ask a professional photo book designer, binder to talk about print, to talk about paper, to talk about how to design your books, etc., and to give them a tour through the print shop of Jubels. And that does make sense, because you need to educate younger people in using print and to show them the possibilities which there are. And it's not only about information on paper, but you can also make that personalized in very different ways. You have very specialty papers which you can use, and then sometimes you can indeed smell it. And I think that's part of the beauty of being in our industry, to educate younger people. We need to educate those people, because that's part of our future.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, Jeroen, thank you so much for your time, first of all, and your great insights. I think you gave us a lot of pointers, and not only us, but the community all around. You gave us some good pointers how how you address basically the challenges in the world today as a print shop. And you said it, the world is our oyster now. So we have to be all around. And like you said, don't forget the education and the information that you have to spread. So that's also what Andreas and I want to try to help the industry with. So yeah, thank you very much, Jeroen, for the nice talk. And yeah, all
Keep
the
up
best.
the good work, so to speak.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.